They're Phillips. I'll back them out and then I can get a glue on it and then I'll screw it back on there.
That's a good idea.
See, that goes
all right.
I was watching a train video last night.
Yeah.
And this guy, I think he was just in trying to make some money, but he thought he had a deal. He bought this here box full of trains, and when he got them,
yeah,
it was a box full of trains, but the engine was wiped out.
Uh-oh.
And it had a big hole like that in the front.
Oh gosh.
Then the cow catcher corner of it was broke off.
I was doing this while you're putting that back together. Do you remember what inspired you for this design?
Well, I was working on a design, and then you come over to help work on the layout.
Yeah.
And you told me about putting a station up there on the hill. And I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
But, you know, and then as you go along building and working on it, then you come up with more designs.
Yeah, it's
I mean, it changes all the time.
never ends. So they say that it'll never be finished.
Right. I got so many things in my mind that I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What?
So, track 1, and then I can go to the rest of them, huh?
Yeah, you just hit track 1, and that controls the power
Okay.
for your power base, Power Master.
I wonder how come I haven't found that out a long time ago.
Yeah. Do you remember what your first train layout was?
The what?
What was your first train layout?
Well, the first one I did after doing some remodeling upstairs was we put a train layout in the bedroom, which eventually became Melanie's bedroom.
Yeah.
And we had tunnels going through the walls, holes, running across the stairway. And
Oh yeah.
then time went by, and then you had you and the kids. I had trouble with my layout. I had a nice layout up there.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had electrical problems,
Yeah.
and that just shut me down. I worked on it for 3 months, couldn't figure it out. So then I took it down, that layout.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day you and Mike said, your brother Mike said, Dad, you got to get the trains going again. And so with a little convincing and maybe a lot of convincing, I got started again, building another one.
Yeah.
Down in the basement. Oh, I built it upstairs on the floor. We just ran track around and had the trains running on it.
Oh yeah.
And then I went to the basement. And then from the basement, I couldn't get enough room. Everybody kept stealing my space. Mom wanted her share of the basement, and
Well, that's how it works.
and you had a work room in there.
Well, what about the layout you had at your mom and dad's place?
Oh, that one, that's way back.
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was out in the chicken coop.
Did it,
Tore it down.
was it electric?
Yep.
Wow. Huh. What scale was it?
It was 027.
Okay. So I guess you've come a long ways.
Yes, it has. The newest engine I had was a track cleaner.
Oh yeah.
And if my sister wouldn't have drew these pictures of it, I'd never get to see it again.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, and then I got the idea. I had a workshop in here, my garage, and I couldn't get the truck in here. It was too big. So I went ahead and I had these dreams of what I was going to do when I retired, but my dreams changed.
Whoa, it's pouring out there.
I went bigger than what I dreamed.
Yeah. I guess. Sure did. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let's take a look here. You got hail coming down.
What?
Oh, hail.
Oh.
So,
I,
wow. Whoops.
if you said snow, I would have took a break and give you a ride home.
Oh, no worries here. So,
But it was fun building this layout. I mean, from the beginning when we started figuring it out, Frank getting the grades at 2% and going up on the mountain
yeah.
and I building mountains. I never built a mountain like this before. I got rocks in amongst the mountains.
Yeah.
One time I was putting hydrotel on there with to give it a more of a better finish. And when I was doing that, well, then the bowl cracked.
Yeah.
So I just stuck the bowl in the mountain and covered it up with some hydrotel and stuff.
More hydrocal, huh?
Yeah. See, this is a real rock.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
You know, I always say it's better to you know, make a mistake than try to be perfect. Because you make a mistake and you make a change. And when you make a mistake, your everything changes. Because there's nowhere in life, if you're trying to make it realistic, there's nowhere around saying in real life, there's no mistakes. It's better to make a mistake and go on from there. But one of the things you got to watch out for is moisture.
Yeah, I was really surprised that the propane heat in here kind of messed things up.
It did. Because when propane burns, it releases moisture into the air. And
Yeah.
the thing is I knew that, and I didn't do anything about it. So, when I come out here and found everything, everything corroded and rusted, and
Yeah, the switches stopped working properly.
yeah,
Wow. That's something.
the money I spent on switches and
Yeah.
stuff, it was just unbelievable. And then to have that happen.
Yeah.
But it was a good mistake because I'll never do it again.
Well, that's right.
I threw that propane heater out, and now I got electric heat.
Yeah. This is all Gargrave track
Yes, all Gargrave.
and Ross switches.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's Gargrave, but I put the finishing touches, the ballast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But those are Ross. Are those Ross switches?
Oh, Ross.
Yeah.
Yes. Ross. The reason I went with Ross is you can go to get their flyer and it shows every kind of a turn or that you could possibly need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't they hold up better than the Gargraves too?
Yes.
You had some problems with the
I had
Gargraves
trouble
coming
with
apart?
Ross at the beginning. My old engines were too heavy for it.
Okay.
And when they would go over them switches, it'd just tear them up.
Okay.
So they took and switched over, and which I shouldn't have done in the middle, but I did. I switched over to Gargrave.
Oh.
And Gargrave turned out to be, at that time, it was right when Gargrave started improving their switches.
Okay.
And boy, I've had a real good thing with them. The only problem is my the power packs that turn the switches. Those little, it's so little, and when the moisture gets in there or dirt, it just stops from working.
Okay.
So you got to clean them once in a while. But I'm not worried about rolling stock. I got probably about 70 cars upstairs. And then down here, what I got on the layout, and I got more switches upstairs.
Why did you, what do you prefer, Great Northern or Northern Pacific? What's your favorite line?
Well, I think Northern Pacific. And while looking for Northern Pacific, I picked up some Great Northern.
Yeah.
Because they were such a beautiful engine. And I want to save those engines.
Spoked wheels, you say?
They look so beautiful. Because you stop and think of spoked wheels, you think of wire wheels, but no. Not those ways.
Were you pretty close to the Auburn Yard when you were down there growing up? The Northern Pacific line?
Yes, was I. I was too close.
Oh.
Yeah, I lived about a quarter of a mile from the train yards.
Yeah.
And we had back there when I was real small, I can remember the Malleys, the big engines, going out of Auburn, heading up over the mountains. And I'll just never forget the sound, and, you know, and it just shook the ground. But then they quit using the Malleys when they went to diesel. I lived so close to it, me and my friends would go down there after school.
Oh, yeah?
And we'd climb up on the buildings and get on top and catch pigeons. Then we'd take the pigeons down to the Oriental restaurants and sell them to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we did real good. Made some good spending money. But the trouble is, we weren't supposed, that's private property.
Yeah.
And we weren't supposed to be on it. So the railroad complained to the police, and the police come down and caught us and told us that this is the end of this, boys.
Oh, gosh.
But the end of wasn't the end of us. We had to go back, and what happened? They come down and told us they were going to haul us off the jail if we caught us one more time.
Oh, boy.
So we decided not to do it anymore.
Wow.
There are so many things to do. So then we started going up to follow the trains on our days off, the weekends, and we'd go up the run up there, going up over the pass, and that was very interesting. Oh, us kids, we'd take a sack of lunch and a blanket, and then we'd head up the path following the train for a while, and then we'd get hiking up there and stop at the creek coming down and go swimming, and it was just a blast. then later on, my girlfriend's father told me about jumping aboard. Well, yeah, but he did it back when it was illegal, but they did it anyway, and catch a ride over the mountain or to another town. And so what we started doing was get down by Sue's Creek when the trains were pulling out, the old steamers they took, and they were slow, and we'd just wait until one come, and then we'd jump down on a flat car and ride it up to Leicester. And we got up to Leicester, we'd get off and then spend the rest of the day walking back down to Auburn and Kent.
Okay.
It was makes me want to go again.
Yeah. Things are a little different now.
Yeah.
They go a lot faster.
You gotta build a layout so you can remember what you used to do.
Yeah. Now you can give it a go. Okay, looks like you're back in business today. And we got that barrel on the trestle, that looks good. Oh, there's the steam engine. I'll slide by you here. Oh.
Oh. Huh.
That was weird.
There's a little hiccup in there.
Yeah, I wonder what that was. Well, looks like you made it all the way around. Not bad.
Seeing the trains come up into the yard from here is a really cool shot.
Oh yeah.
See, because it's a straight here, and it'll come out of around the turn, and it'll come up through the yard. Really looks cool. Makes it look busy.
Yeah. Look at that.